Technique number 33 is the UPA with the two-arm grab. Your objective is to reverse your opponent who has mounted you and put yourself back in a dominant position. Your primary danger is your opponent staying mounted and delivering punches and elbows to your face and head. Technique description. First, you will plant both feet on the ground and buck your hips up to get your opponent's hands on the ground. Then swim both hands inside of both the opponent's arms and overhook his arms above the elbow. Place your foot on the outside of the foot of your opponent. This will trap his foot, and this is the side you will roll to. Bridge up and push off the opposite foot and roll to the side of the foot that is trapped. As you roll and end up in your opponent's guard, posture up and put your hands on your opponent's hips to maintain a good base and good posture. Common mistakes. One is not confirming both of your opponent's arms. The next is not going above the opponent's elbows as you confirm their arms. Number 3 is not bumping your opponent hard enough to transfer their weight and create more leverage. Next is trying to push your opponent off to the side, exposing your arm for the armbar. And lastly is trying to muscle the opponent versus using leverage to generate proper momentum to roll your opponent. Technique number 4 is the scissor sweep with the knee push. Your objective is to sweep your opponent and end up in the mounted position. Your primary danger is your opponent passing your guard. Technique description is as follows. From the full closed guard, grab your opponent's opposite lapel with 4 fingers inside. Now grab your opponent's sleeve with your other hand, preferably behind the elbow. Next, slide your hips out and place your knee of the same side hand you have on your opponent's lapel across your opponent's chest, hooking your foot onto their hip. And next, you will take your foot of the opposite leg and firmly push your opponent's knee, scissor your legs, turning your hips over, finishing the sweep. Common mistakes: not controlling your opponent's arms, allowing your opponent to take your leverage away by collapsing onto your legs, pushing too high on your opponent's leg, not bringing your opponent's weight forward to generate better leverage, and lastly, not scissoring your legs properly.